Vassal, farewell, my turnabout trial number 1. Let's start it immediately. Adrian did it?
That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that!
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that'll implicate you.
Mountain of evidence?
I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to put this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude! Like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
It's you, actually.
Well, it's almost time.
That close.
Mia! We must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Tim. This is right.
Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Maya. She's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired? Don't worry. People don't die that easily. Besides, what we really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
We'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present?
It's the lawyer, dude. It was that.
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer? Good, we got it. It's taking a while.
That's fucking crazy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on God. Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Your Honor!
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman!
What the fuck? What?
What?
Shot! Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Phew. You're...
I thought he'd show up.
Go on. Due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Ironic. Luckily, I have looked this case over and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt ongoing.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. What is your name and occupation?
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective known at the precinct for now.
For now?
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
This murder happened after the Hero of Hero Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Carita, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room?
Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir.
I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your examination.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony.
Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. And then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, detective.
The victim, Juan Carita, was found dead in his hotel room.
The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah.
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
She's a defendant, Matt Ongod's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir.
And so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Ongod. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir.
I see. And that's when she found the victim's body?
After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir.
Cause of death? Wasn't that because Mr. Carita was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good, hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana.
Banana.
His bandana, sir? That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Then what about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Well,
Time of death, 8:15 p.m. Caused, strangled with a banana, then stabbed with a knife.
Stabbed with a knife. What'd you say?
Huh?
Oh, you said a banana. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the guitar case.
And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, Val! The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it? How's that?
We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh?
I see. So much for my theory then.
Guitar case empty. There's some water, but only on top of the lid.
Bears Karina's
Bear.
fingerprint.
There's a bear involved? Where bears fall into this?
I mean, Von Karina's room is filled with bears.
Gotcha.
Yeah. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel?
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. A bandana, Your Honor. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed them with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt Ungard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing.
Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir. Matt Ungard and Juan Carita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninjas button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and found in Mr. Ungard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of a sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Knife bears the victim's blood and Ungard's fingerprints, and the grip Gatewater is engraved. And there's his button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood?
Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
What?
Jammin' Ninja's button was ripped from his costume. He's covered in Karita's blood, found in Ungard's hakama.
All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right?
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Uh.
I don't go to Uncle. We're around here, drive up with each other.
But in terms of popularity, Mr. Ungard won, did he not?
Yeah. But you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Carita was always one step behind Mr. Ungard in everything. This year, it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big, final showdown. But Mr. Kurita lost the Grand Prix in the end.
That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
They each thought of each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book.
Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Kurita in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective?
It's not... Well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
No, not you too. This Edgeworth, sir, that's...
I look forward to your pension negotiations.
No!
Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony.
No, not my poor pension too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello, anyone? Bueller?
As evidence, there's a Jim Ninja's button.
Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell by just looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it? Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Miss Edgeworth, help me, sir! Alright. I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
Thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the end of the thread with the costume on the thread with the thread, you match the threads at the end of the costume at the thread with the button. And if you match up the end of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Yeah.
He fucking got me with that logic.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
Never
except
fucks up a line.
Yeah. Well, but I like how Edgeworth's all like, yeah, move on with your pointless questions. And Mia's like, yeah, never misses a beat. Yet every single time we've been against him, we have beat him.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean anything because Edgeworth during the trials wants to get things moving. You know,
I get that, but it's like same thing with Von Karma. It's like, what a tough cookie. It's like Edgeworth. Well, what a tough cookie, but we beat them every single time. Like, they both had perfect records. So did fucking Manfred Von Karma. And then we come in and we're like, fuck you. It's like, fuck all these lawyers. They can't talk shit.
So
we're the shit.
So whenever like Mike Tyson finally lost that match, that means he's a terrible boxer.
No, but what I'm saying is, if Mike Tyson loses to Evander Holyfield 5 times in a row, he doesn't get to go. If Mike Tyson doesn't get to go, alright, Evander, okay, man, I guess you're gonna hit me with that dab again, okay? Hit me with your stupid dab. It's like, you beat him 5 times. Shut up, Mike Tyson. You can beat everyone else. You're not beating Evander Holyfield.
You think that Edgeworth is here to win?
Huh?
You think that Edgeworth is here to win? That is his main goal.
To win?
To win.
Probably not, but like, what I'm saying is just like, Mia's over here like never misses a beat. Yeah, except every time that we've beat him in court, he missed a beat then. Huh? And then Edgeworth's over here like, your pointless questions, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, I'm gonna win the trial. Like I beat you every other time before. So how about you take both of these middle fingers and shove them up your fucking ass?
But what if you lose this trial?
Huh?
Like, you fuck up so much that you run out of health and you lose the trial. Joke's on you now.
But I won't.
Yes, you will.
I won't.
Yep, this is the most complex case in the series.
This one.
No, it's not. But you might have like 17 brain farts like consecutively.
Yeah, but that's listen. But in the end, Phoenix will win. The script demands Phoenix will win the case.
Okay.
Which means Edgeworth and both the Von Karmas, they can't talk shit at all. They cannot talk shit. Phoenix has never lost a case. He's undefeated against the undefeateds.
Mm-hmm.
He has gone against 3 undefeated lawyers and left undefeated.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Okay. I mean, like, I take into account, like, more recently, but like, the MLB playoffs, you know, it was New York versus Cleveland, and Naylor hit a home run to make it 4-2. New York is still winning, and he's still, like, running around the bases, like, talking shit to the pitcher, right? Okay? Just because they're losing does not mean that he needs to shut the fuck up. He doesn't need to, like, be hyped about that stuff.
Listen. What the fuck is wrong with you? No.
With
listen.
me?
Yes. What? I don't understand why you're even defending this. They shouldn't be talking shit. Like, it's like... Okay, what if Cleveland, okay, had never once ever won a game against the Yankees?
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Yeah.
And then, as they're in the process of losing, they're talking shit. You don't get to talk shit. They have never beat Phoenix. Ever. They were all unbeaten, and they've all been beaten now multiple times by Phoenix.
But what if, like,
Phoenix made them his bitch.
So what if Phoenix is just like an insufferable asshole? Like,
Phoenix is an asshole.
okay, so doesn't that justify the
Edgeworth is more of an asshole, though.
Is he?
Uh-huh. And Von Karma's definitely more of an asshole.
Oh yeah, Francisco is definitely.
Fuck her.
Yes.
Yeah, Edgeworth is a fucking dick.
Is he?
Yeah, man. He's always talking down to people. Hurry up, do this, fuck that. And he's also, he's also not an attorney. He's a fucking prosecutor, and fuck prosecutors.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck them all, but fuck the bitches, all right?
Thank you.
They hate us because they ain't us.
I think you're missing the point of the franchise is that, you know, they shouldn't be focusing on, you know, winning, being the defense attorney, defending their clients. You know, I do whatever I can, and then, like, you know, because Manfred von Kammer's story was that he did literally everything to make his clients found guilty because he's a prosecutor. That's what he does.
Yeah.
You know, and then Edgeworth comes in for Rise of the Ashes and says that I'm no longer going by that motivation. I am now seeking only the truth. That is what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's cool. But why is he doing that? Because of Phoenix. Phoenix literally, oh my god, he made him his bitch. He made him his bitch. He came in there, he took everything he had, and then flipped them around. So he can't talk shit on Phoenix. He can't.
I want to finish this testimony about this episode. It was ripped off and it was placed, the button was in the comma.
When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurita. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here?
The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife.
How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Hopeless. Were you even paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There was no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
So is the defendant the owner of this knife then?
The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
There's no way this was a premeditated murder even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Ah, well, this is no good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with On-Guard's fingerprints? Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weaknesses. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix?
Alright, what do you want me to do?
Okay, move on.
Okay, I'll go through the statements and then...
Okay.
Yeah. Madame Gord and Von Corrida were huge rivals of each other. They each thought of the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the German ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and found in Mr. On-Guard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
Alright, how do we know he bought it? Because doesn't it say freaking Gatewater on it? It had to be property of the Gatewater Hotel. Wait a second. What?
The next episode! That's what that is!
Oh, the next episode! Phoenix
Is it
Wright
a
Ace
second?
Attorney, Justice for All. This is Modern Fossil Fiction. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, comment below.
Yeah, comment below. What do you think? Do you think that Edgeworth, everybody shouldn't talk shit to Phoenix? You know?
They absolutely shouldn't.
Alright, well,
They
let
don't
us
have
know
the
your
right.
thoughts. Until then, goodbye. No, that's... No.
Fuck, shit.
There we go. That's
You
much
dick
better.
motherfucker.
Like like it was fully closed. I had no idea why it was that.
You got saved by the pop filter.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Who are you cowering down to?
I am
Who are
cowering
you
down
cowering to?
Yes, you're a big man. You're a large big man. You're a very big man. Oh God. Ah! Oh Jesus.
Right in the fucking forehead.
Ah!